This video is going to be demonstrating how to remove and replace the action of a vertical piano, and this would apply to console, studio, and upright pianos. Spinet actions are a little bit different, but this video is going to be demonstrating the process of taking out a standard upright, again, console, upright, or studio size piano action. All of the hammers and Whippens and dampers systems are all in one frame. There's rails and action brackets that attach it all into one mechanism that can be removed for maintenance and for repairs. And what's generally, in most cases, these are attached to the plate through these action bolts. And there's usually some knobs that will need to be removed. There's usually 3, 4, 5 knobs on each action. And then what happens is there's brackets, these action brackets, that are slipped over the knobs. And so what you'll do is once you've got the knobs off of the bolts, those can be slipped forward. Sometimes it's a little bit tight, but you pull those off so that they're disattached. And down here at the bottom of the action bracket, those usually sit on posts. So what you're going to do is just tip it forward a little bit so that the dampers have clearance. And then what you want to do is you want to be careful, especially in this section right here, is that the damper doesn't get hooked up against this action bolt, because that can damage the damper. But once you've got that, you should be able to lift it right up off. And sometimes it's a tight squeeze, but there, once you've got it off, you can see we've got the whole mechanism in one piece. Here again we've got the hammers, Whippens, and then back here are the dampers. Okay, so you've got that off, and now you can do maintenance as needed. Usually if work is needed to be done on a Whippen, any one of these Whippens down here, they're screwed on from the back, so the whole action would have to be taken out of the piano in order to remove the Whippen if you can't get at it with it in the piano. So once you've done all your repairs and you're going to put it back in, it just goes in, backwards from the way you took it out. Now, one thing you want to be aware of is that you're going to have to hook the pedal rods back up. Okay, so you want to make sure those are in place. Oftentimes, like over on this side, okay, this is a rod that sometimes you'll have to lower to take it off of its trap work down to be able to get the action back in. But so what we're going to do is we're going to put it back in, and again sometimes it's tight, so you might have to finagle it a little bit. Okay, and the key is to get it back on so that those action bolts are sitting. There's usually knobs that sit on top of those bolts or those rods at the bottom. So once you've got those in place, then just the next step is getting the damper or the pedal rods back in place. Okay, so there's usually one on this end, on the bass end, one on the treble end, and then there's usually one in the front here, which is the one that I disengaged. That goes up here to raise. It's a soft pedal. What it does is it raises the hammer rest rail so that the hammers are closer to the strings. So those usually need to be placed. So once you've got the pedal rods back in place and the pedal, then you can push that back onto the bolts. Okay, put your knobs back on, and it should be ready to go. So that's the process of taking out and putting back in the action. Feel free to visit our website at howardpianoindustries.com.